So when you discover, when you realize this fact, and you say, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, that is shukr, that is acknowledgement, then the same spirit is required towards human being. Because there are so many ways by which mankind is supporting you, which is called which you call civilization. What is civilization? Civilization is a cumulative effort. Civilization is a united, a long. Civilization is the result of a long united effort of humanity. Then there is a civilization. So you need contribution of civilization. So at one hand, you are receiving civilizational contribution. At one hand, you are receiving civilizational contribution. Otherwise, you cannot live. For example, this glass is a contribution of civilization. Everything is contribution of civilization. You alone cannot invent all these things. It is a long civilizational effort that has provided all these things. So, what is akhlaq? What is ethical? What is moral behavior? What is ethical behavior? It is an acknowledgement. When you acknowledge the civilizational contribution of humanity, that is akhlaq. When you acknowledge the civilizational contribution of humanity, your heart is full of sympathy, full of well-wishing towards mankind. So this spirit translates into good behavior towards others. Good ethical behavior is simply an acknowledgement of civilizational contribution of humanity. Man lam yashkur nas lam yashkurillah. One who fails to acknowledge man, he will also fail to acknowledge God. So when you acknowledge the contribution of God in your life, that is shukr. And when you acknowledge the contribution of humanity in your life, that is akhlaq. So akhlaq is not a simple thing. It is an acknowledgement. Then I would like to say that although moral teachings are mentioned in every system, in every religion, in every traditions, but here is a specialty of Islam. Islam has a very special contribution towards ethics. That is, Islam provides incentive, a very strong incentive. There is a hadith, ittaqillah haythu ma kunt wa ashir an-nas bi khulqin hasanin. The Prophet of Islam has said, fear God and live with good conduct among people. So here you can see that good conduct and fear of God both are interlinked. A believer is one who fears God, who think that I am accountable to God. So this sense of accountability inculcate in him a spirit, an incentive. He feels that a true believer feels that if I fail to live with good conduct among Muslims, good conduct among people, then I will be accountable to God. God will punish me. There is a hadith, irhamu man fil ard yarhamukum man fis sama. It means that be merciful to others, God will be merciful to you. Be merciful to others, God will be merciful to you. Irhamu man fil ard yarhamukum man fis sama. It means that if you want to receive mercy from God, you have to show mercy towards others. If you want to have forgiveness from God, you have to forgive others. If you want to receive good reward from God, you have to give good reward to others. So this provides a strong incentive, a strong motivation towards akhlaq or good behavior. So the concept of Day of Judgment, the concept of accountability gives a strong incentive. After this belief, one cannot afford to ignore good conduct to others, because he will feel that it goes against myself. I will be a deprived person in the hereafter. If I try to deprive others, then I will be a deprived person in the hereafter. So the belief in hereafter provides a strong incentive in favor of moral behavior. So the Prophet of Islam has said, ittaqillah haythu ma kunt wa khaliqin nas bi khuluqin hasan. Always live in fear of God and adopt good conduct towards others. Be good towards others. So here you can see that God fearing is linked with good behavior. So Islam provides a strong incentive, a strong motivation in favor of good conduct towards other people.